The deadline in this sector for voluntary presentation at the experimental center is 6 o'clock.
You're supposed to be an artist. Use your imagination.
Oh, thanks a lot. I'm all out.
What's happening, everybody? Shelton J, Think About It Radio. I got another great show for you guys tonight. I got the owner of JBad Music with me, Mr. Julius Bussey. This man is motivated, educated, and we done had a conversation, so we just sit back and marinated. Can you dig it? Man, he's excited about sharing his information and his passion for his music and the purpose behind his music. Mr. Bussey, how are you doing tonight, my brother?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. I'm blessed by God and loving life. You know, I got family support. I got some listeners. Shout out to all the listeners. And yeah, I'm doing good.
Solid, man. Once again, man, thank you for your time, man. Thank you for being on the show. Thank you for your energy. Oh, you're very welcome, man. I heard you on one of my homeboys, DJ Heavy Love show before, right? And I remember we connected a while ago, and things just been topsy-turvy and crazy, but I'm glad I finally was able to connect with you because I love your energy and I love your passion. And again, I love the purpose behind what you're doing. Before we get into anything, let the people know who you are, what JBad Music is about, and how to get a hold of you.
With JBad is my stage name. Just from my first two initials.
Breaking up a little bit, man.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You broke up a little bit.
All right, my bad. I said JBad Music just comes from just me being JBad. That's me, you know what I'm saying, in my music. And I'm with Bad Family Music. That's the label. That's my own little indie label that me and my future wife to be has started, and really all it just reflects is, it reflects that, the label is called Bad Family Music. All the reason why is because there's one thing that ties us all as human beings together, and that's the fact that whether we would like to admit it, but in our lifetime, we've all done something bad. Mm-hmm. So that in itself right there, you know what I'm saying? And we all got bad in us. We all got good in us too.
Right
but
on.
The bad, that makes us family, and that's what it's all about with us. We're all about family over here.
I can dig it. Family. That's what I'm talking about, man. I love that. Yeah. I love that aspect of it, though, man. So anybody want to support you or buy your albums or anything like that, man? Is there any particular way they can do that?
Well, right now, I got a SoundCloud up.
Okay.
I got the SoundCloud, which is SoundCloud.com, official Bad Family Music. And then I got my Facebook page is you can just click in the search engine, type in JBad, and then space, and then music, and it'll be you'll be able to click that like button for me because I can't do this on my own.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
I'm an artist that's for the people. I do songs that I feel are reflective of other people's lives as well as my own, and so that way, when you turn on the radio and you hear a JBad song, for a fact you're about to get 4 principles. And that's passion, meaning, message, and emotion.
Say that again.
So when you're listening to a JBad song, you're going to get passion, meaning, message, and emotion. I feel that's the main 4 principles of everything that I write. And I don't even write for real. Honestly, I think God gives me the words and I just put them on the paper, man. I'm just a vessel.
Yeah. It's good business. But you know what, though? You're willing to be used as a vessel, though, right? Rather than, as we talked about a little bit earlier, some people are just willing to be used, right?
Exactly. And I can't be used by, I can't be used by man. Because man don't satisfy me.
No.
The only thing that satisfies me is knowing that I'm doing right in God's eyes. Mm-hmm. And everybody's going to try to say that, well, your music is secular. You do music for the world. Let me clarify this real quick. Biblically, it says, make a joyful noise unto the Lord. It doesn't clarify what that noise actually is. So I feel that if I'm changing on somebody's life and bringing them to Christ through my music ain't got to be labeled as gospel.
Just relevant.
As long as my music is changing, exactly. As long as my music is changing that person's life for the better, that's all I've ever asked God to help me with. That's all I ever wanted to do. I don't want to be famous. I don't really want the money. I need the money so I can change people's lives around me for the better. I mean, I feel as an artist, if I make it, you made it.
Exactly.
Because you helped me make it. Exactly. I'm not going to be one of them artists that forget about the fans. You know, I got loyal listeners. You know, I mean, fans, they jump to the next thing smoking, and that's cool if you choose to do that. But for all my loyal listeners, definitely, you will be rewarded. Because I can't do this without y'all.
There is reward in consistency, man. You know, just being consistent with who you are and what you're about, the rewards are going to come. The fruits of your labor is going to come, right? You planting those seeds right now, man, and all of a sudden, you know, it's going to start sprouting. It's going to just start sprouting all over the place because your passion and energy for what you're doing it for a purpose, you know, and you have a reason behind what you're doing. You're not, like I said, you're not just doing it for the pats on the back or the quote-unquote celebrity. You know, you're doing it because you really care about changing lives and affecting people through your music, and that's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, and I just have, like, one of my mottos is, you know, I want to change the world one song at a time.
That's
you know,
funny,
I
man.
really believe that music is universal. You know, it doesn't matter. I mean, Michael Jackson was one of the most iconic people in the world. And his message was simple. Love life, love music, and love the world. You know, I mean, the world, the people, you know, and that's what I do.
Yeah.
I love the people. Because the people is who's going to make me who I am. You know, I mean, God's going to send them to me in my direction one way or another, and I'm going to do what I was supposed to do on earth, and that's change people's lives for the better.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Now, what's your take on, like, the music that you hear nowadays? You know, a lot of people call it a mumble rap or whatever.
Oh, man.
Well, what's your opinion on that,
everybody listening, to everybody listening, do not take this to any kind of offense. If you love that music, cool. You love that music. But me personally, it's like we ain't been in blackface in years. You know, and for people that don't know what blackface is back in the 50s and the 40s, the only way as a culture we could ever be broadcasted on TV or whatever the case may be is we had to be in what they call blackface. You know, and that's where our lips would show and eyes would show out and everything. And see, that's what they're doing. And they don't even know it. They're so oblivious to it, and it's sad. Migos don't do nothing for the people. I ain't heard of no Migos scholarship fund. I ain't heard nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're what they call blackface rappers. You know, I mean, designer. Nobody really understands, you know what I'm saying, his lyrics and everything like that, unless you go to rapgenius.com or something like that, or you're a diehard, you know what I'm saying, designer fan. But me personally, he don't do nothing for me. Like, if you're not going to enrich my life or you're not going to help me out in my struggles, because if I'm going through some things, I'm going through some pain and some hell in my life, I don't want to turn on the radio and hear panda, 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 panda. Because that's not going to help me. You know, I want to hear music that's gonna help me. I can't do it. And in Migos with Bad and Bougie, there was no message in that.
Yeah,
there was passion. I mean, I hear a lot. Migos got a lot of passion.
Yeah.
I've heard some of that music. I mean, would I do a track with Migos? Maybe if they could be on some positives, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, possibly not. You know, I mean, then you go to a city that you don't even perform in, and you talk trash about them, and, you know, and I didn't get that either, you know what I'm saying? But maybe they was just looking for, you know, they was looking for publicity, you know, and sometimes on these social media, you know, depending on what you say, you can't buy publicity like that.
No, sir. No, sir. No,
you know,
sir.
I feel like today's music has none of the things that I mentioned. Passion, meaning, message, and emotion. I really feel like it don't, and it's sad. You know, I mean,
that's cool. It's a lane wide open for you.
Exactly, but you know what's crazy about my music is on top of me singing, I can also rap. But see, I choose to sing because that's where my heart is at. My heart is in my singing, and my message is in my singing or in my words. Like, I have a song called "I Need You, Lord." And I'm working on it as we speak. There's a little preview of it on my YouTube channel. I do have a YouTube channel. You can just type in Julius and Sylvia, and it'll pop up because Sylvia, that's my backbone. So I don't do nothing without her. Because for every Adam, there's an Eve, and that's who I believe God sent to me with Eve.
He'll send you the right one, won't he? You know, if you just sit back and wait, man, God will send you the right one, man. That partner for you, for life for you. He really will. He really will.
Oh, I know. He already has. We've been friends since the 6th grade, man. We love each other dearly, and we don't get married.
That's what
and
I'm
if it
talking
hadn't been
about.
for her, I wouldn't even have JBad or Bad Family Music, because I was going by another name that a lot of people might know, and that's TRB, which meant True Rhythm and Blues, because I felt the R&B game needed somebody to come in and tell them, hey, guys, y'all are sounding like rappers. We got a problem.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking to myself, like, how y'all going to do that when you know for a fact artists today, they don't get the concept that are as they call the godfathers of this and that, hip-hop or R&B, all this, you know what I'm saying, the past. You know, in the past, they had them 4 principles that I talk about: passion, meaning, message, and emotion. Now, sometimes was the message positive? It all depends on how you looked at it.
True.
You know, a lot of my music is definitely positive. You just have to be able to cipher that for yourself. I mean, because I do have some songs. I have a song I just wrote the other day called Exes. And in that song, I say, let's do something crazy and piss all of your exes off. And what I mean by that in that song is, how about you stop worrying about your ex and move on? Find empowerment in yourself, not a person.
You got the hand clap on that one, my man. You got the hand clap on that one. I like that right there. I like that. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? That's what's up, man. You're right, because I think a lot of time, man, people live in their past and can't even appreciate the present or even the future because you're just so caught up in what happened in the past, and it can make you angry. I think I say this: when you go through any situation in life, you got 2 choices: better or bitter. Choose.
Yeah, exactly. And I have an album that I know for a fact it's already predestined for me. When I drop this album, I will be the first artist ever in music history to win a Grammy off of his debut album.
Right.
My debut album is going to be called Bittersweet. Because I have some songs on the album that are bitter. I have some songs on the album that are sweet. I even have a song called Bittersweet. And only reason why is because if people know me, JBad, they know one thing about me. I love music and I love people. And together, I know with the love of people and the love of music, it will bring me the ultimate success I've ever wanted and needed.
Just be consistent. It's gonna pop. It's definitely gonna pop, brick by brick, man. Being consistent, and I appreciate though your level of consistency, and you're resigned to take every level that you need to take to get to where you have to go. So it sounds like you're in a very good place, though. You're not like uncomfortable. You're not aggravated. You're in a good place. That's what's up.
I am, but it took a lot to get here.
Oh, I know.
And that's what people need to know. I wrote a song with the help of a man named Sykes Ave. Shout out to Sykes Ave. We had a falling out, but I pray that one day we'll meet again and we can get back on that same road. But shout out to Sykes Ave because he brought me this song called Charlie Sheen. And as well as everybody knows, if you don't know about Charlie Sheen, I'm about to tell you his business. The man is HIV positive.
Right.
And he came out and a couple of years ago about that. And at the time in my life, about February 2nd, I believe, I found out me and Charlie Sheen are now on teams. So you can kind of get where I'm going with that if you can. If you don't, then I'm sorry it went over your head.
Yeah.
But that's my personal life.
Yeah.
And I wanted to let people know that when I did Charlie Sheen, I did Charlie Sheen for the younger crowd. Charlie Sheen has a very upbeat. It's very upbeat. It's very rapper-like. You know, I'm kind of doing a little bit of both singing and rapping in there. It's a lot of cussing. I'm going to try to get a radio edit version of the song.
Right.
But the main message of Charlie Sheen is pretty much wrap it up. You know, everybody said that before, but when it comes down to it, you only get one life.
Yes, sir.
And you don't want 30 seconds. Or, you know, depending on who you with, you know, 30 seconds of pleasure to end you in.
Say it could be 15.
It could be, man, you know. But you don't want that. You don't want 3 letters to end your life that can change your life. But see, here's the thing, though. A lot of people today need to stop this. They need to stop it. they need to stop looking at us like we're vampires.